Thank you for joining me for another episode of Behind the Tweet. Today I'm going to tell you the true story of how this cute little thing right here destroyed my TV. Here's the tweet. Yesterday, my 2-year-old was swinging around a plastic golf club. Today, my TV has a shatter mark in the middle of the screen. I'm sure those two events are unrelated. Below a certain age, kids learn about the world by sticking things in their mouth and tasting it, which seems a tad dangerous and like it might lead to a lot of, swallowing razor blades and accidental poisoning, but somehow those kids survive. But at a certain age, kids switch. They decide, you know what, we're too smart to stick random objects in our mouth. Instead of tasting the world, let's hit it with sticks. And that's the stage that she's in. Let's learn about things by whacking them. And she decided to do that with our TV. I don't know exactly why she hit the TV for sure. As far as I can tell, it was not an act of self-defense. The TV did not attack her. But for whatever reason, she decided she really needed to tap that TV. And her instrument of choice was this. Now, I don't know why they make these things. I have never... What are you doing up there? You're going to destroy my audio equipment too. I have never, for the life of me, seen a child golf. What I have seen them do is use this as a weapon of mass destruction. They hit other kids, they hit animals, and most importantly, they hit TVs. So she took this and hit that TV dead center, like she had done research to find its weakest possible point, just one firm whack. And my wife was in the room when it happened. She didn't think anything of it because the TV was off at that exact moment. But it turns out it caused a tiny spiderweb crack. Okay, you're going to run away with your instrument of destruction. It caused a tiny spiderweb crack because modern TVs are made of tissue paper. Are you trapped? And she's done. Hold on. All right, you can go. Go be free. Don't destroy any more TVs. So we've turned it on the next day. And there were like 6 vertical lines all the way through it. I did this with 5 fingers, but imagine 6. Or, I could do that. Boom, realism, 6 lines. All the way through the TV. And we thought, you know what? This TV is done. Maybe we can just give it to the kids and they can play, play old video games on it or something. And then we waited a few more hours and then half of the screen was dead. Just huge vertical lines back and forth. You couldn't see anything on it. I mean, she utterly destroyed that thing with one simple tap. And the crazy thing is that TV was only 8 months old. I mean, this was a very new TV. We still had the receipt. We still had the box. However, TVs are not protected against children. They're protected against all kinds of failures. You can buy warranties, but the one thing they don't insure against is somebody like smacking the middle of it with a solid object. Because they're made to break like that. It's like the crumple feature in a car. If you hit a TV at this point, it will break. Possibly by design, possibly because they want you to buy more TVs. I don't know. I mean, we bought that TV on Black Friday sale. I mean, it was $400. It wasn't like we went broke buying it, but at the same time, you don't want to have to spend another $400 to buy a TV. So we had to replace it. I mean, turns out we can't go without TV because then we would have to talk to each other, which is pretty awful. I'm pretty sure our family would fall apart at that point. So I had to go buy a replacement TV because the old TV was 8 months old. We got a new TV of the exact model for $100 less, but that's still $300 I didn't want to spend. I pondered selling my child to replace the TV, but kids are worth a lot more than $300, like $900, maybe $1,000, so it wouldn't have been a fair trade. So we've still got the kid, we've still got the TV, the new TV that is, and now we have like a buffer zone around it. It says you need to stay at least this far away from the TV. For the TV's protection, not for your own. I don't believe that thing about if you look at a TV too close, you'll go blind. Because my kids sometimes stick their faces right up to it, and as far as I can tell, they still have eagle eyes. Which is unfortunate because they only use them for evil. So that's the story of how my 2-year-old broke the TV. Hopefully this story will never be repeated and it's a one-off, but in all likelihood, I will be replacing that TV every 6 months as my kids destroy everything I own. Thank you.